Welcome back to the Ascendant Lands. Last time we left off, we had two of you attempt to climb the massively impressive Tower of Thrym, with Thoradin succeeding to the benefit of now having 30 strength and a mighty ring and wonderfully stronger muscles to prove as proof. While Thoradin succeeded, Krusk failed and slept half of his exhaustion off, and still a bit woozy, shall we say. Speaking of woozy, we had our three lovely ladies having a bottomless brunch of a day, and some of you are worse for wear, not worse for wear. It's a mixed bag, shall we say? But for the majority of you, it's probably been a successful yesterday. Um, and so this morning, you've all agreed that you're going to stay in Thrym's Tower for one more day, just to help Krusk get the some of the lethargy off his shoulders a bit more, before you head your way back to Mistress City. The talk of the breakfast tables around you is how just how great last night was. Some of you don't quite remember why last night was great until you start hearing about how a few people were dancing on tables and lifting whole tables of people up above their heads, and just a wild party of an atmosphere. Um, and especially Thoradin and his Justice Collective being good sports about the whole matter. Um, uh, so a spirited breakfast table around you, but all a good fun. What would you like to do for the day?
Everyone
Krusk is
else, but
gonna,
Turi would like to hang her head in shame and drink her coffee very, very quietly.
Krusk is gonna sleep off his exhaustion.
Thoradin's starting the day
Personally-
with another ale.
Personally, hair of the dog. I like the idea of Krusk coming down to breakfast, like eating enough for 2 people and going back upstairs again.
He'll take a third plate back up to his room.
Just in case he was
Just-
when
just-
he wakes.
Just take mine. It's fine. Just take mine.
Good
You
take.
said you weren't hungover, Turi.
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's not pain. It's memory pain. It's emotional problems. Don't look at me.
Is anyone else eating like breakfast?
Yeah.
Nadia's very
Yeah.
definitely eating
Yeah.
breakfast. She's doing her hangover the other way by having a fry up.
I'm gonna go up to each person, and just be like, "Are you gonna finish that? Are you gonna
Yes.
finish that?"
Yes.
Fuck off, Krusk.
No, take it. Yeah, just
My head
take it.
hurts.
Don't
I'm not in the
don't touch
mood
my
for you this
don't touch my
morning.
food, Krusk.
Yeah, Thoradin probably gets a bit defensive about his food. Yeah.
He's
I
got all
need
those
more
muscles
protein.
to maintain.
Right,
Yeah,
Eh.
exactly.
If you're not
You
gonna,
probably has
finish,
to
Got
eat.
to eat a lot more calories now.
Yeah.
if you're not gonna finish it, just come and find me. Krusk is gonna what's the word? Slope
Krusk
out of
the
the room.
bottomless pit. Krusk the bottomless pit.
Gonna slink away.
That's the word. Slink. He's just gonna slink away, carrying his dish and Turi's.
I was thinking like Thoradin literally has to order the giant size wherever he goes. Now he's got giant strength.
Yeah,
Like,
to keep his
literally,
muscles up.
literally has to.
Cool.
They
Yeah.
need lots of feeding.
Give me your biggest.
Give me
portion
all the
and double
protein.
it.
Every single bit of protein you have.
Eat all the bacon you have. So Krusk is looking to go back to bed.
Does
What
that?
would the rest of you like to do?
I mean, I guess this means we're stuck here for another day. Krusk, gone back to bed.
Well, we've got to let the poor boy recover, haven't we?
Yeah, no, his own
He
stupidity
looked like
put him
absolute
in it, but
shit last night.
yeah, he needs a nap or a few naps, maybe a long nap.
I think he's been sleeping for about a whole day straight. I think he's slept the clock round at this point, nearly.
I agree. I'm sure we'll be able to go tomorrow, but I don't know what you do in a place called Thrym's Tower. Is there sightseeing apart from the big tower? That
You do the same thing you do in every other town.
shopping.
go for a poke about. Yeah. What I want personally is information.
What kind of information do you think you can get here?
Well, there's got to be other travellers around. We're heading somewhere none of us have ever been. Actually, Thoradin, have you ever been there? Baines, whatever it is, chasm.
I don't think so. Thoradin's well travelled, but that's kind of like out the way, and it's not.
Not
something
that side of the
Roker-
world.
Yeah.
It suddenly occurred to Nadia that Thoradin, as the most well-travelled member of the party, may actually have been there.
Mm. Was she not?
Yes.
You've not? Yeah, well, in that case, what's the terrain like? What's the track like? What's the weather like? Is Talari going to need her own coat rather than borrowing mine?
Oh yes, that would. If
She
that is
probably does need her own coat, just as a general thing, but if I'm
Yes.
using mine, I can't lend it to you.
yes, yes, I'd rather yes. Having my own coat would certainly be of benefit. Yes.
Or cloak, or whatever it is you fancy. But
Some-
yeah,
Yeah.
if
Something.
you're getting yourself a coat, how high do you need to go on it? I know there's mountains up there because they're marked on the map, but how tall are they? Are we going to be arse deep in snow? Are we going to be eyebrow deep in snow? Is there not going to be any snow at all?
Okay, these are lots of good questions I didn't even think about. So, probably good point. Yes, we're at the bottom of Bal's Scrotum, but this is an evil town with evil people who probably have friends or family or maybe often visit Bane City.
It's just closer.
Maybe.
It's just closer than we've been. And if there's merchants or whatever coming down out of the bit at the top of the map, you know, this may well be one of the places they're going.
Point.
It's on the main route, isn't it?
I mean, if you're getting a lot of people coming here to attempt this challenge, probably get a lot of people from all around just because of that reason.
Good
somewhat
point
of
as well.
somewhat of a tourist attraction. You know.
We'll get better information in Glittergold Town because it's right there. But I figured it's worth asking, right?
I see the harm in it. We've got the day.
Indeed.
Exactly.
And what better place to get information than the market?
Yes. And you know, if
Cue
we
the montage.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything I necessarily want to buy though. Like
I was going to
Other than
say,
both.
unless we want to get provisions.
yeah, just the stand. Yeah, like that's just a sort of standard thing. You know, food and stuff for the horse and for us and this, that, and the other. We're not really sort of tracking.
I
any of
don't
that.
know if maybe Thoradin needs new clothes now, or
I wasn't wearing a
Actually,
shirt
we did it.
beforehand.
Did
I
we?
don't
Normally,
Did,
you don't
yeah.
wear a shirt.
I was
Yeah.
thinking more about the undergarment region,
Uh,
like
I
muscular
like
tearing
what
on.
you're thinking. Yeah.
Not in a.
Yeah.
I walked into it. I
It's always on your mind, Terry.
Oh, it's
She wishes it wasn't by the face. She's just bald.
just like
Do you need a new pair of trousers, Thoradin? Are your muscles too mighty for your current ones to contain?
Or his quads and calves are pretty beefy now. His hamstring. So yeah.
If you do a
Anything
squat, are your
nice.
trousers likely to rip up the middle like? Because we don't want that happening in the middle of a battle. You don't want it all hanging loose where an enemy could get to you.
Jory just gets up and goes and gets another coffee.
I apologise. OC, I apologise profusely.
No,
Yeah.
it's a worthy test, the squat test. Whenever you're
Go on
buying
then.
new trousers.
Go on then.
Is this- is
I'll
this-
use the
Yeah,
chat.
Is this-
Thoradin's gonna
is it-
test his trousers.
Is this really the place to be doing this? I mean,
It is the lovely maid. Tell them that I'm leaving.
I suppose if anyone's used to equipped for this, it's
yeah. If there's any tavern in the town that can handle a suddenly bare arse,
Yeah.
it's probably this one.
That's very true.
I mean, he's got underwear on. I think. I don't know.
I mean, the Hulk
He doesn't
never
wear a
breaks.
shirt,
the
but he
Hulk
would
never
consider
break.
going, come on.
Yeah. The Hulk never breaks his shorts. So, you know,
Yes, but that's because that's a kid's cartoon.
yeah, you know. Well, you know,
It's a kid's film.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
It would be
He
a very
doesn't do
different
that.
film if he did.
yeah.
for fun. Roll a d20.
Roll a
Oh my
constitution
God.
check for your trousers.
I have a
Ooh,
constitution of -1.
That's a 17.
17. Okay. So as you go down to squat, you feel that you could probably get away with doing it a few more times, but you're running out of time before these trousers might full on split on you.
A feeling of strain around the thigh.
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tiny,
you know on your
tiny.
jeans when like the jeans wear on the crotch bit, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I've got to get a new pair of jeans soon, otherwise it's gonna rip. You're feeling that kind of like wear going around.
And you buy some spares, a bigger size.
To contain your mighty muscle.
The
Don't want
the
them ripping in combat.
mighty thighs.
Yeah, we couldn't have that.
So Thoradin's on the shop for clothes
Pair of trousers.
for a more expandable pair of trousers. The rest of you are looking for information around the marketplaces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or the other taverns or whatever seems appropriate, really.
Cool. So you head to the market, and for the inn is because there's the one market right next to you where the inn is. I think you're all back in the city. Yeah, you are. So there's a market right by the inn, and there is a kind of like a fair going on. Mainly there's a way other people can show different types of feats of great ability, because you're in a city of people who basically adore strength, and actually that can get a bit boring every now and again. There's only so much strength you can actually show off before you've seen it all before. So there's a lot of people around doing great feats of dexterity, of great magic, as like a smorgasbord of other abilities, so that if you're not quite the strongest there in the city, you can still be like one of the other best possible options. So great. So lots of jugglers, some people doing other athletic feats, lots of acrobatics. It's fairly quite fun and entertaining for children and other people who like such things. The At the very center of this fair that you're walking through, there is a strength challenge. Whoever can lift the lead gauntlets can keep them forever. If you can lift the
There's a trick to this, isn't there?
It's like Thor's hammer.
In this place, there's definitely a trick to this.
Yeah.
so if you're interested to take a look further, yeah.
Yeah, Thoradin is.
Have the day.
Yeah. So the keeping the lead gauntlets forever is enticing.
Can
So-
I sense for sort of magic out on the gauntlets? Like, could there be? Actually, have I got detect magic specifically? Search it.
You just finished a long rest, so
Yeah, just seeing if I had the spell. No, I don't have the spell. But yeah, no. If I could just, I'll just probably just check to see if like there's no foul play. It's magically held down or something.
you get a sense that it could be that the gloves are likely magical.
Right.
As to what extent magical, you're not quite sure. But your magical senses at least tell you that
Mhm.
there's at least a whiff of magic going on somewhere.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, upon further inspection by the rest of you, it is a pair of It's a pair of gauntlets that are double the size of any single person's fists. Huge, great, big thing, like the size of like giant shovels. If you were
What?
to actually put your hands in them,
Like Vi from League of Legends. That kind
Yeah.
of size.
right, absolutely massive. Like if you were to actually wear them, like you like it's like bear paw, like even maybe even bigger. Like it actually could be a giant hand, on your wrist. They have people go actually sliding their hands in, and there's lots of padding in there to like try and grip. And there's like a lead rod in the middle that you grip onto, and then for whatever technique you try and lift with all your might to try and pull the lead gauntlets off the ground.
Why would you want to keep them?
Well,
Hit harder.
you get a sense that if you were able to lift these lead gauntlets, you could potentially use them as heavy weapons.
Mm.
So they're not so big that they're too unwieldy for like a medium-sized person to, rather than a giant or whatever, to use.
You could potentially, with the magic that Talari is sensing, it could be that the magical adds the dexterity to make it more flexible. Like a potential reason why there's magic on the gloves. But would either of you wish to give it a go? To test your strength, or anyone wish to test your strength to see if any of you could lift these lead gauntlets and claim
Thoradin,
them for your own.
yeah, Thoradin's not backing down from any strength challenge
Thoradin,
now.
Thoradin can't resist the
It's-
challenge, man.
His ego is so high now after that tower.
He's gonna be insufferable for weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's his first time to really like test it as
I
well.
love how Dad's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to deal with it now. It's like all
I
that strength
know.
straight to his head.
Absolutely.
So out of you guys, are you happy to Thoradin to go first, or do any of you want to go before Thoradin? No.
Turi's like,
Be my guest.
I'd be tempted to give it a go, but I have a feeling that Thoradin has it handled.
So, Thoradin. You slide your hands, so you willingly want to give this a go.
Is there someone like organizing this? Like
It's just like
overseeing
a
it?
step right up. Like there's a few people in the crowd just like encourage people to come in and give it a go. But you can't really tell if anybody's actually taking money to give it a go or anything. It's just like a free challenge.
Hmm.
In this.
And
in
from
this
everything
square.
that we've seen, we've just seen someone go up and try and obviously
You've seen
fail.
people go, it's like you saw on the stone kind of thing, where
Yeah.
like people
Yeah.
have gone, attempted, and just either for sheer exhaustion or just whatever, just got hands. They take their hands out of the gloves and then walk away.
Okay.
And like, there's lots of like jeering and thinking, oh, maybe you could do it. Like you've got 2 of those rings or whatever. Maybe you could do it. And they're like, nah, I don't need that proof of strength. Lots of jeering and jawing around people who could be stronger, who could actually do it.
Mm.
Mhm. Can I prepare before I go up?
Yeah.
Can I go? Can I go to
But
Turi?
Did I,
Just say, just say, slap me. Turi, slap me.
You want me to
I mean,
what?
I mean,
Just slap me.
I can just cast guidance on you.
No. I
No,
like
give
this
me that.
plan.
Give me that as well. I'll take that as well.
Can
Do you,
I?
do you
can
want
I
gu-
literally...
do you want me to cast guidance on you, Turi, to slap him harder? And then
Oh no! I think I got it.
Okay.
Just she's gonna slap you, but then she's gonna come back with the other hand to do her like bonus unarmed strike and backhand you as well.
Damn. Double slap.
flurry of
You
blows,
He's
man.
deserve that. You don't know
Throw
why,
red
but you deserved
handprint
it.
on the side of his
yeah.
Can I roll
That's quite
damage? I'm
technical.
just
Yeah,
curious.
100%.
Wow.
He wants to slap. You can deliver what
No,
damage you wish.
I know Turi definitely wants to hurt you at the moment, so that's fine. Oh, that's 10 on the first one. Oh,
Jeez.
brutal. And that's 8 on the other one. There you
Wow.
go. 18.
Okay.
Wow.
Thoradin's gonna take it. He's gonna step back a bit. That is a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
But he's pumped up. He's in
What
a
you get
rage.
for asking them punch
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
fucking slap
thank
you?
you.
You should have just
Yeah.
asked Nadia.
You get a few oohs from the crowd. Bro,
You
with the
don't know what
it's
you did, but you
audible,
deserve it, trust me.
very audible slaps across the courtyard.
Yeah. Talari will cast guidance on Thoradin as well, which just gives you an extra D4 on an ability check.
Okay. Good stuff.
Okay. So, You walk up to these gloves, like people have seen you get slapped now, and you got like a bit of a red welts on either cheek growing a bit now. You can feel the rage build up inside of you. You get your hands gripped, nice and ready to go. Slip each hand inside the gauntlet and pull to bring them up with all your strength. Roll me a strength check, please.
Okay.
Or athletics check.
Alright. Come on. Better. And yeah, D4 as well.
You don't have to do it, but yeah.
It's 29.
29.
God.
I got
Oh,
3 on the
insane.
first one, so it's better.
That's impressive.
Reroll.
For a good 5 to 10 seconds, you're just pulling, grunting with all your might. You can feel your muscles just going, like you're still a little bit, just a little fraction a bit tired from yesterday, and you think you can't quite do it. But for a split second, just the tiniest hair of a second, those gloves do lift off the ground. And as you lift them off the ground, you feel them socket onto your hands.
You're stuck with them now. You get to keep them forever. I knew there was a fucking. I knew
Curse
there was
items,
a
man.
fucking
There,
catch.
a roar of approval from the crowd as they sock it onto your hands, you're able to go up, and then your lead hands fall up in the air, as of the crowd all to see your lead hands in full view, and a roar of the impressive approval at the fact you now have lead hands. You've succeeded their challenge.
Oh shit. Thoradin's loving this. He's loving this. He's chanting his own name. Thoradin, Thoradin.
They
Nadia's gonna
they
lean
join
over.
in.
Nadia's gonna leave it over to Terry and go. What's Betsy now? Can't take them off.
Probably.
I mean, what are the odds?
I mean, it's
Okay.
Can I
pretty.
do, can I do like a
I mean-
test and just slam my fist on the ground?
Oh yeah.
I'll
See if
give you
there's
5 gold.
5 gold.
Or
5
if
gold.
it turns out to not be able to take them off.
If we can't take them off, 5 gold.
All right then.
Wow. That should be quite sad. I mean, a lot of stuff he can't do. Without it.
What you
Yes,
get for
hands.
taking bloody stupid challenges?
That was like he's gonna have a massive ego over this. Dangle the thread.
Oh,
Dangle
yeah.
it.
He was a sucker for this kind of challenge.
Oh yeah. Even before
yeah.
the 30 strength, like
Yeah. I might see how much damage it'll be.
yeah.
So you slam your fist on the ground, and the cobblestone streets just cause like a crater cracking on the ground, and if audible thunk hits the ground. It's like you hit the ground. You can feel the vibrations in your hand as if this is actually your hand. Like these feel like your hands, but they're now lead. You now have lead hands.
So are they like skin tight, basically? At this point,
Yeah, they're not coming off.
this is armament hacky, like from One Piece. This is like
He just puts an open hand out to Nadia.
Yeah.
I don't think he can take them off.
They're not coming off.
You said you'd give me 5 gold if they weren't come off.
Oh shit.
It's definitely lead.
So
It's
did
not iron.
fucking cursed
Lead.
again!
Goes into her tiny little coin purse. There you go. 5 gold.
Because Thoradin's ego is too big for his fucking boots.
You have lots of people chanting your name. It is like they're impressed. Like a lot of people have come along to try this, and only you've been able to lift your now lead hands up. That's impressive. But Thoradin is
Thoradin's loving it, yeah.
Now I feel kind of bad for slapping him.
Just I hope he doesn't slap you back, because I don't think that would be a.
He wouldn't be able to hit me. I'd be too fast.
It is. It's really irritating.
It's true.
Thorin's gonna walk over and show off his lead hands to the group.
So
Nice.
Done.
that's
You sure they ain't
good for you.
cursed? Can you pass me my string, please?
Do those come off? They seem very
They don't come off.
They seem
We
very
can tell they
attached.
don't come off.
I'm sure there's a way around it.
Yeah, it's
You
it's
don't
called.
fucking learn, do you?
I did the challenge. I am literally the strongest person in this world.
Well done. Now,
I'm god
uh,
god
Other
tier
than all the other-
strength.
now take your
other than-
gloves off.
Oh, go on, try and take it off.
No. You take them off. Show how strong you are. Take off your gloves.
Okay, can I try? Just to see what happens. Is it like painful,
Well,
like ripping skin? What happens?
They don't come off. You have lead hands.
Hmm.
That's
Nadia
a
will, if he
real
puts his
winner
hand
right
out,
there.
Nadia will absolutely try to tug, but we'll just end up like tugging Thoradin, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty stuck, mate.
I mean,
Well, no one's gonna mess with a dude with lead hands.
I beg to differ. If anything, you're now a trophy.
No one can get through these lead hands. Trust me.
Oh, I'd love to just slap him again.
that might
Don't start a fight in the middle of the. Don't start a fight in the middle of the marketplace.
just make sure you don't
Challenge
like
me.
crush, cups and cutlery and.
Does anyone get the vague feeling we ought to have asked? Wait a minute. Who owned these before?
Oh yeah, can we?
You ask around, like, where did they come from?
I imagine they died
And-
there.
Yeah.
Well, lots of people are like, well, it was there this morning.
Just this morning.
Fuck.
That's even better.
They've been there since this morning.
Been there since this morning, but no, you didn't see who put them there.
Not since I've been here. If you ask some of the market still holders, and yeah, they've been there since we set up this morning.
No name on the inside of the gloves.
You're not going to be able to find out now, are you?
I mean, worst case scenario, I can, I have dispel magic. We could always,
No,
or remove
that a-
curse. I could probably get after
Yeah,
resting.
okay,
I
that might
think
be more
that's probably
pertinent
going to
at
be
this
yeah.
point.
We don't know if it's
Is-
necessarily cursed. I guess it could just
Is
be.
Can
there
you
a
find
god
out?
of lead hands? Is there like a god
That
of
doesn't seem likely. Talari,
heavy-
can
heavy
you like
hands?
double check them to see if they're cursed and they're going to make him try and murder us all in our sleep or
I mean, I
whatever?
suppose now they're activated. I mean, I couldn't before, but maybe now they're like sort of awake. Maybe.
Because I'm paranoid now.
I mean, sure, Thoradin can tell when you're wearing a cursed item, you can tell that it's cursed.
Well,
But
I've
do you
sent
have
you
this
the. I've sent you what I've said about it.
yeah, okay. Yeah, Thoradin's gonna
yeah.
say it feels cursed.
Good
It
try.
feels
There's
cursed.
no way.
Good
You
straight.
would fucking know, wouldn't you, Thoradin?
I have
You
realized
fucking jackass.
everyone just
Yeah.
suddenly realizing this just now.
Right.
There's a hit out on Krusk.
Hmm.
And we've left him.
Pyalosius or Contract Man, Contract John, whatever his name is,
On the contractor.
and
Yeah.
that one, and yeah, we've all just kind of left him in his room, sleep.
I'd forgotten
in a
about the
tavern.
fucking hit. Do you want to go back or shall I?
I can go back. Don't worry. I don't need to see any more of this. I'm going to laugh for a while, so I'm good.
Alright.
Well, yes, you
I'd
can.
forgotten about Krusk and his fucking contract.
If-
Ah.
If your hands do become a Thoradin, we can sort that out.
Sure, he's
Let
gonna
me use them
dash
out a
off.
bit. Most of them.
Great.
Maybe we should have asked
we've
those questions.
accomplished that, I guess.
We should have asked those questions maybe before he started picking them up.
Yes, we should have.
Can you still grip your greatsword?
Yeah, well, they're too
I
big.
assume I can.
The lead hands.
Are they like fixed? Like, are they just like this at all times, or can he open
Keep
his
saying that.
fingers?
They're not lead fists. the lead hands.
Yeah, he can move them.
He can.
Okay, so he
yeah,
can
can
move
bend
them.
his
All right,
fingers.
all right, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
So presumably can grasp the hilt of his great sword, although he might have a little less room than he's used to.
Well, it's a bit confusing because like visually they look got like gauntlets, but our character they're like lead hands.
Now,
So-
now that you've got them on, the
Oh,
the lead hands.
So,
oh,
like,
so I
so-
can grip normal things.
So
Yeah.
it's basically like metal skin, essentially. Like
Yeah.
your skin is actually like, yeah. Like I say, if you watch One Piece, it's basically
It's
armament
a
hacking.
bit smoother, a bit smoother than if it was like your actual wrinkles on your hand. But
And
yeah,
it
it's
is
like
the
you've
same
got-
skin color. They haven't changed. So
well,
like,
they look like lead. Yeah. So
Okay, they
you
do.
look like you have lead hands.
I feel like I should get some gloves. I don't know. Don't give away too much. Okay.
Yeah, so you can be on the prowl for gloves and trousers if you want.
Hmm.
So Thoradin's going to be on the prowl for gloves and trousers. What would the rest of you like to?
Now we've got our morning's idiocy out of the way. You know what I mean? Nadia was definitely there. Like I should have fucking seen this coming. It's Thoradin. He can't do anything without attracting a whole host of fucking problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talari, I have a feeling that we need anytime Thoradin sees a challenge, we need to like just investigate it very thoroughly before he's allowed to do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thoradin, do you agree with this, given that you've now picked up a cursed item?
I mean, they feel good. Let me use them a bit.
Thoradin. Thoradin.
It might not be
Remember
so
the
bad.
last magical item you had that you enjoyed using? And its unintended side effects? Because I bloody well do.
I mean, we have to.
don't know that for a fact.
We'll have to monitor the situation.
What do you mean you don't know that for a fact? What don't I know for a fact? The unintended consequences of the last magical item you were waving around in Glee.
Well, this one might be.
Mm.
You know, it could be different. I mean, if the only if the only cursed part of this is that they're stuck on your hands, then it's not as bad. But
Can you find out how cursed they are?
I mean, yes and no. I don't quite have identify, you know, like Arg did.
Well,
I've got something fairly similar, but I
give
can't
it
quite
a
have.
shot.
I don't quite have the resources
Oh.
to quite use it, but I have something called Legend Lore, which tells me a lot of interesting facts about an item. But it's
What do you
mostly
need to use it?
problem is things like that is more about learning about its history. Maybe it probably could tell us who these belonged to previously and their
I
source
think
of origin.
that might be a good idea.
I may need 250 gold to do that every time. It's
No, no.
so that's the only issue.
It's not
Okay.
worth it. They're fine. It's only going to help us as a group, and it makes me feel great. I don't see a problem with them.
Thoradin, you just said it felt cursed, and now you're saying it feels great. This is not inspiring me with confidence of any kind.
I mean, it's hard. It's pretty much a sort of, you know, it's not as big a deal because again, you know,
Yeah.
I can learn to remove curse and hopefully get these things off with it.
I
Talari.
don't think we need to remove them. I think it's fine.
As long as
I
it's
can
not.
still do normal stuff.
It's not a big deal.
helping me really.
I mean, as
It's
long
not a
as
big deal until it suddenly becomes a big deal, like
mean,
the last time.
if this thing turns out to be as powerful as that, you know, that the blade that Krusk's carrying, you know, remove
It
curse wouldn't
doesn't
have
need
worked
to
for
be
that.
that powerful to royally fuck with us.
No, but if it is, then I can't. My remove curse spell isn't going to do anything.
Oh well, yeah, but
I
how
mean,
likely is
worse.
okay, I say how likely is that, but traveling with you guys, like more likely than I want
I
to
mean,
admit.
what we could do is to have peace of mind for everybody. Tomorrow, I can, you know, prepare to use remove curse. We can remove the curse, see if Thoradin can take them off. He can then decide whether he wants to put them back on again.
No, I don't want any part of that.
I'm going to prepare this spell anyway.
You gotta let me use them.
I'm gonna. Yeah, that's fine. I'll prepare the spell anyway because I have a feeling we're going to need it. Especially if you're going to
I
pick
don't
up
think
every
we
strength
will.
task that we have along the road. You know.
Yeah, in case.
Oh
If not
look!
for
Oh
this,
look! There's
then
a
for next time.
yeah. There's a big black axe made out of bones that just seems to be bleeding, stuck in a tree.
Okay.
You know.
I'll let you guys ask next time, okay? I'll let you guys
Yeah,
ask.
yeah, right.
I'm just
I
saying,
don't believe
Thoradin.
you, Thoradin. You're like a walking cautionary tale.
But I am the strongest person
Oh my god.
in this world.
Right, as it may
With
be.
lead fists.
When I was
Unstoppable.
very small, my mum and dad used to tell me stories about people who wandered off and got lost in the woods and did what I considered to be really bloody stupid things. And this is me saying this, right? And I was always like, but who would talk to an obviously evil whatever, like it's cloaked in shadow with glowing red eyes, who wanders up to that and says hello? And now I know it's you. You were the person.
I think you're just judging people. Like they might look creepy, but actually be nice inside. And anyway, you got to take risk in life to get somewhere.
Most of those stories ended up with the people going up and saying hello getting eaten.
I'm not a kid. I'm a big boy. I'm a big dwarf with giant strength. I mean, come
And
on.
iron hands.
Yeah.
Lead. Oh, I wish it was Iron Fist. Oh,
Iron Fist. Yeah.
that'd be sick. Yeah. I'll have to come up with a name for Thoradin. It's lead hands.
Isn't Thoradin good? Never mind. Okay, never fucking mind. You are, in fact, the strongest out of the group. You did the challenge. Let's go and find some information about Bane's Chasm, because being the strongest guy for leagues around ain't gonna stop you freezing to fucking death.
Cool. So Thoradin and so Thoradin's going for shopping for gloves and trousers. We have Nadia looking for
Makes me laugh for some reason.
information at the same time.
Yeah.
Turygurtha, do you happy to? Are you're going back to Krusk, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'm running to Krusk.
You're going to Krusk. Okay,
Just in case.
Just in
Okay.
case.
Talari, are you going to help Krusk, or are you staying around and doing some shopping?
I'll
Or
do the shopping,
gathering
get
information?
info. Yeah, I'll be getting info and doing the shopping, getting necessities, and
Okay.
doing those things as well.
Doing your
Supply run, basically.
supply runs. Yes,
Yeah.
Any
your
essentials,
yeah,
that kind
yeah.
of thing.
your group admin.
Yeah, basically.
Um,
I feel that she's the person that probably does all of that.
She's
know?
good lad. Nadia will like go and check on the horse and all that kind of stuff that Nadia does.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll go to Talari. No, sorry, Turygurtha. What? Turygurtha, steaming up the stairs and knocking very loudly on Krusk's door.
Krusk. 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 Just constantly over and over and over and over and over and over.
Oops, my mic was muted. Krusk is in a deep food coma and will not reply.
Krusk. I need to get the door open, but I'm not strong enough to do that.
Only you need someone strong.
Go out and climb in through the window.
You can ask at the front desk. You can try ask at the bar.
Yeah, I like sprint down. My friend may be locked in his room, may be dead, don't know yet. Could you please open the door just in case?
I mean, I could. What's in it for me?
What do you want?
Oh, I want many things.
Oh my god.
You know,
I don't think you understand the urgency of this.
well, if you make it worth my while, maybe you can sense your urgency.
I grab his clothes, I bring him in real close, and my hour of reaping thing that basically turns me into a crazy, powerful looking horrifying being. If I could just center that on my face specifically while looking at this guy and just go, "You're going to open the door for me now."
Okay. What does he have to make a saving throw?
It's wisdom saving throw, yeah, or be
Wisdom.
frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay, wisdom. Okay. Yeah. Oh shit. What? What the? What the fuck is that? Yeah, he's definitely frightened of you. He's stuttering, spluttering, sweating. If he's still gripping his shirt. He's
I'm not
trying
that
to
guy.
back his way. He's trying to back his way as much as he can.
You're going to open the door for me, and then I'm going to leave you alone. But if my friend has died in the time that you've taken to do this, then I'm coming for you.
No. Oh, why is that bad breath as well? Oh.
It's just last night. Ignore that.
To the coffee she
Ah.
drinks.
It's so stale. Okay. This is okay. Just grumbles for a key, which he produces from his pocket. It's like, fine. Follow me. Fine. Or well, lead to his room. Just go. Just
This one.
like he knocks on the door. Is that hello? Is anyone?
I already
in there?
tried that. He's either dead or asleep. Open the damn door.
Okay. I'm sorry if you're indisposed, but hopefully you know each other. And turns the key, opens the door, and you.
Krusk, are you okay?
I assume I'm in bed. I'm just asleep in bed.
Look at the lifeless body. Oh no, he's dead. Oh wait, no, he's snoring. He's okay. Okay, you can go now. You're fine.
Ah, thank God. And you just someone running down the stairs.
Whew. Okay, Krusk is alive. I maybe just wait here. Shuts the door behind her and just keeps watch over Krusk. Meditates.
How long do you wish to stay like that for?
As long as he's asleep, or until the others are back.
Okay. For as long as Krusk wants to sleep, or do you do nothing else to try and wake him up? Are you just happy to
No,
watch him
happy to
sleep?
just keep an eye on him, make sure nothing comes into the room, make sure nothing attacks him. I know he's snoring, so he's alive, so that's fine. She'll just do some like Tai Chi and practice her technique and Carter and that kind of thing in the room.
Do you
Might
touch
not
him?
to
Confirm. Do you
Sorry, say that
touch him?
again.
You touch him to confirm he's actually there and not just an illusion.
Oh yeah, that definitely happened. I probably would have like checked his pulse and everything.
Shook him, tried to shake him or something. I'd have thought.
Well,
Not
that's the
shake, just
question.
check his pulse.
Yeah.
Is he alive? Beating?
Yeah, he's
Breathing.
alive. It's a bit of a slower pulse than you expected him to have, but you think that's clearly because it's resting.
Okay. Gotta check his pulse every hour on the hour.
City's here, I assume, by the way, right? He's just chilling.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
So he's just curled up, snoozing as well.
If you want to talk to City, feel free
I'm okay, I'll just
to.
I'll work on my techniques and then check you every hour. Make sure it's not a slow poison or something.
Every now and again, so you will just like get up, stretch, and like circle in between you, trying to brush up your leg, try and get more of his smell on you.
Nice.
And then he'll go back and curl up with Krusk.
Oh, there's also a spare plate of food as well.
I'm
somewhere.
okay.
Yeah, every now and again, Krusk just in his sleep just grabs something from the plate and just eats it.
Oh, okay.
Sleep eating. So for the most part, it's fairly expected behavior for Krusk. Do you think? But yeah, so you're happy to do that until the rest come back, or until Krusk wakes up.
Oh yeah, I'll leave not out of my sight now.
Okay.
Completely forgot there's a hit out on him.
Okay, so for the rest of you, information and glove/trousers shopping. So what kind of glove are you looking for, Thoradin? looking for something flashy, something more quite mundane, like brown leather or black leather, or you're trying something go a bit flashy, sort of bejeweled, encrusted, or a bit flashy, like white leather with like black seams, or like trying to go.
I think it's got to be flashy story
Yeah.
now with strength, but it's got to be a material that withstands, the
Withstand.
wear and tear from the lead fist, right?
Mhm.
Not any old like cheap leather is going to do it. I think he's going to need something fancy.
I mean, if you're willing to spend,
He's
you
willing
can
to spend.
willing to spend.
He's willing to spend a bit. Maybe a little jewel encrusted on each one.
Okay.
Okay.
So to get some of the good like hardwaring, because to be fair, for the most part, you kind of really need to look for like leather based, or like that kind of material based
Yeah.
like glove, because anything heavier would kind of just count as like more armor, and like let's be real,
Just
just
neg
kind
it.
of kind of defeats the point.
Yeah.
And all more like to restrict your hand movements. So some good leather. You can decide on the color. That's absolutely fine. But if you're willing to spend around 50 gold, you can get some really fancy leather gloves, like proper hardware and with diamond dust imbued on it, so that it gives a little bit of sparkle, a bit of razzmatazz, a bit of, and also the diamond itself actually adds to the hard wearingness of the gloves,
Sweet.
Nice.
because you get kind of like sparkly hands though. There's a swag, because the diamond just picks all the little like flecks of diamond picks up the light just right, so you get a bit of a dazzly hands.
This is gonna be funny. Trying to think of a color. I was gonna go white or black. I don't know what would be best. I think black would look quite cool.
Hmm. Black with diamond dust.
Yeah. I get what color is diamond dust, like blue? Light blue?
Well, it's so they're only very small, so it's more that they
Yeah.
add the shine to it,
Okay.
add the sparkle to it, rather than actually add to any color.
Sweet. Yeah, I think a black with that. So 50 gold.
50
He'll
gold.
happily drop that.
Cool. So you get some sparkly gloves for your lead hands, but um, I can't attest to your party members' thoughts about it. But you can probably think they look quite cool. Or like the salesperson is giving you the good sales technique, trying to big up, trying to make you say, "Oh, you look wonderful, beautiful, wonderful." These gloves are made for your hands,
Yeah.
your lead hands. It's a shame to hide them away, but with my products, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, is a shame to, but it just looks a bit weird with like the lead hands with his white skin. I think the gloves would look better. Michael Jackson gloves.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's what it
It's not.
reminds.
That's great.
But yeah. So as you're also walking around, trying to get a vibe of your journey ahead. So the um the main thing to look out for as you're heading like northeast, yeah, is that there's goblins in Keltelmac Heights. They basically, I'll take you to the world map so we can. So in the top right of the map, so you've got Glitgold Town, and as you head east to Scraya Shore before you head across, there's goblins based in Keltelmac Heights. Keltelmac is the goblinoid god of bad stuff, of goblin stuff. The Keltelmac, got his name somewhere. Come out. Yeah, sorry, no, he's the kobold, not goblin. Sorry, he's the kobold god of war and mining. Sorry. So he's the kobold god, not goblin. Sorry. So there's like kobolds have basically been mining that mountain for eons, thousands of years, and they have grown quite precious over their stores there, and they are trying to get a dragon to actually move there because they're trying to build a big enough horde for a dragon to want to move there, but not quite successful. But they haven't quite gotten everything they want. Although they've been able to mine some very cool things from the mountain, they don't think they're doing a good enough job getting the word out to the other dragons who want to move there. So they sometimes go to the nearby like roads and try and raid travelers to try and get more interesting things, to try and entice a dragon to come. They really want Tiamat, but it's unlikely she's going to move. But they need to do a really good job trying to get Tiamat to come. So the road from Glittergold Town to Scrare Shore can sometimes be littered with kobolds, but if you got Thoradin in your Justice Collective. I mean, you're not going to need any trouble.
Easy.
They don't.
We downed
Easy
like
business.
2 trees full of kobolds.
It's going to be easy
Easy
business.
1-2 jab.
Going to be easy business taking out those kobolds. The Scrare Shore. Now, Scraeus is it hints to Scrare Stonebones, the god of stone giants and arts. The shore is more of like a art installation where you have people actually come and make great pieces of art out of the stones there. They take a hewn out, it's like it's kind of similar to Thrim's Tower, where there's people dedicated to like taking stone out of the rock, carve it into something useful. But for Scarea Stonebones, it actually is great works of art. And so, if you please Scraeus enough, the rumor is that Scraeus will take your artwork and float it on the sea, as if the stone won't sink. So, if you do a good enough job, Scraeus will do that for you. But not a lot of people get to do that. Not a lot of people are good enough for that. But it's been quite pretty. It's fairly windy, but it's a bit cold at times, especially coming into winter. But it's generally speaking, it's quite nice. And it's fairly safe in terms of because people want to protect their artwork, so they hire lots of guards to try and make sure they can solely focus on their artwork rather than have to worry about kobolds and other such things trying to take their goods. Heading further east. Sorry. Someone say something?
I was gonna say climate more than as well, like things like
Yeah.
is it because obviously it's a bit more north, I guess. Like, are we expecting
The
cold climate or because we're talking about mountains as well?
Yeah. So the coast road up until Scraeus, until you get past like Kurtlemac Heights and hit Scraeus Shore, is quite warm because you have the desert of Frugik, which is this whole like yellow outline.
Right.
So that this whole thing is basically a desert. You got the Corallo Mountains in the middle that have like lots of tributaries that separate off to it. For the most part, it's quite warm, quite temperate climate. Coming off the desert. Glittergold Town is like almost a perfect oasis for where it is. Like it's quite good for quite growing tropical foods.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
fairly warm all year round because of the desert, because it's quite close to the desert. But as you get further east, further away from the desert, so as you go past Kurtlemac Heights, it's going to get colder because Greer Shore is just a shoreline. There's no mountains. There's nothing to protect you from the coast, from the winds. So that can be cold, especially coming into winter. It's going to get colder and colder and colder.
Right.
The heading further east, you have a land bridge that connects basically the continent together. And so with the land bridge, it's fairly fairly well protected, because especially now that Glibdil port has been destroyed, this in Kellenvor's Wastes, this is actually the only place that connects the two sections of the world together. So it's very well protected, very well defensed, making sure that there is like consistent trade, because you have the food belt, which is where you're in at the moment in Shotian's farmland, and so that that land bridge is vital to get food across, because the sailing the oceans is quite dangerous. Umberlee, especially in the wintertime, can be quite unforgiving with her waters. And as you saw heading down from Mystery City, there are big things that can just take a ship down in one.
I mean,
So it's people only people very willing to and very foolhardy potentially stray far away from the coast. So the land bridge is like one of the more consistent ways you can get like trade across. So it's very vital. It's quite well protected. Still very cold. It's not quite. There's not a lot of like settlements there. And as you head into Bane's Chasm, it's basically a builds up into like a tipping point into Soon's estuary, where there must have been a earthquake or something at some point, where it looks as if like a mountain is basically, instead of going up, is inverted and gone down. As far as people have tried to go down, it goes down, as far as I could tell, as deep as a mountain. Very treacherous road, and especially in the winter, it can get quite icy, quite slippery. People bring kind of like tools of fire to try and like melt aspects of the ice to try and make sure the road is as good as possible. Salts is a good one if you want to try and make the grip on your cart wheels as good as possible. It's not so much a danger of people; it's just a danger of road. And there sometimes can be like earthquakes and rockfalls that can trip people in to the chasm and gone forever. Oh no!
that'd have been a good thing for the horseshoes of flying, wouldn't it? This chasm would have sorted us out.
Actually, Soon's estuary, the road floods essentially. It's a they tried to pick out the road as much as they can, but because it's so flat by Soon's estuary, it floods so often that they just stop bothering. And so it can be quite difficult to know you go in the right direction at times. But as long as you remember which way the tide goes, you should be okay.
We don't have a
And don't get turned around.
compass, do we? Anyone? Might be worth actually getting a compass, just to if it is that bad to navigate, having a way of doing that might be handy.
Nobody can hear me. Not a bad idea. Do compasses exist?
I don't know.
We should probably get one then, yeah.
The compass exists. You have to navigate by sea somehow.
Yeah, because I figured
Essentially.
if we're going through this estuary, just seems to make the most sense. We want to head east in theory, so
It's a good idea.
um,
Although you can tell from like where the sun rises and that kind of stuff.
true. I don't
That's what my proficiency in survival is for, not getting completely fucking lost.
know. yeah, it's true.
But yes, getting a compass does sound like a good idea. Well thought of. How much? Are there any compasses, Matt?
Yeah, you can buy a compass.
I'll put it on my sheet.
From
Unless Sunny, you want to put it on your sheet.
I think as you're saying, your survival skills are probably going to be where, and you're going to be the one navigating the horse anyway. So probably makes
Yeah,
more
but
sense for
someone else
Nadia to
can
have it.
navigate and
Yeah.
compass. Apparently, compasses aren't in your standard
navigator.
D&D. Navigator's tools. That's for sea. I'm not at sea.
Let's say Navigator's Tools fits the bill.
Alright,
It gives
25 gold pieces. That's a lot of money for a compass.
it helps you get around. It's quite vital. If you
Yeah,
wish.
absolutely. Yeah.
Expensive back then.
Yeah, harder to make.
Yeah.
The
Add it to my equipment. There we go.
the realm's magnetic field can quite erratic. um,
Which
yeah,
says if we, I'm not going to get into the physics of this planet. I'm not going there. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I think Talari would
But-
buy a coat though as well. I think considering that coastal plain does get quite cold, and I think she wants to get one anyway because she doesn't want to borrow anyone else's coat ever again.
She doesn't like Nadia's coat because it smells of wet dog.
That and you know, just wearing any other person's clothing is just like nightmare fuel. You know.
you want something a bit more
He's
fitted to your
loud.
build.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, she'll just wear like
Yeah.
get a. I don't think she'll do anything too fancy. Just it's function over fashion more than anything else.
Yeah. You can get basically a wax coat to help get the water off. And that's around 5 gold
Yeah.
for a
So it's cool. It keeps it.
for a serviceable. I'd say it's not extravagant, not necessarily last you forever, but it'll
Yeah.
do the job
As
at
long
the
as it
worst
sort of
times.
keeps her warm, it keeps her dry. That's kind of the main
Yeah.
thing. So she'll do that.
Yeah, 5 gold will
I'll do that.
sort you out for that.
Next coat.
Okay. And Thoradin's trousers. What kind of trousers are you looking
Yeah.
for?
Oh,
Basically,
this is
a larger version of what you've got. Do you want some magical expanding trousers? Do you want
Oh, God.
Trousers is just going to give people the wrong idea.
do you want an elasticated, like just some form of like elasticated trouser? Because at the moment you've got like it's like a braces, isn't it? That like hook up to your
yeah.
trousers.
Yeah,
So
just the standard.
If you're going to be eating giant portions of food, an elasticated waistline might not necessarily be a bad idea.
He's gonna be putting on the pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Elastigate just because I think it's
Elastigate.
more comfortable in combat as well. I'm sure.
Yeah. So what kind of what kind of we're looking for? Looking for serviceable, something that more will last like you a good like 100 years, like kind of like durable, like something that lasts even longer maybe, or something more just you're trying to save on the money a bit. Depends on
No, I think it will splash out a bit just for durability wise.
splash out a bit of
Um,
durability. So
yeah.
if you're willing to spend up to about 75 gold, you'll get a good set that's basically if they rip, you can come back to Thrim's Tower and they'll repair it for you for free.
When
It's a long way to go.
if whenever that comes up in conversation, Talari will mention that she knows mending. So if she breaks any of his clothing, she can just fix it. Obviously, it doesn't help in combat, but afterwards she could.
Yeah. Thoradin doesn't want to come all the way back to Thrim's Tower to
No,
get it
yeah.
repaired.
Yeah.
I
Obviously,
think
that's just
it'll-
very superficial mending. Obviously,
You break the elastic, mending won't fix the elastic.
Oh, is it
people
just
giving
rips
you
and,
trouser insurance. Yeah.
they gotta get their money somehow.
Yeah.
You
Got
can
trouser
attempt
insurance, son?
you can attempt to haggle you can attempt to haggle them down if you want to try.
I'm gonna haggle them down and say I don't want to have to come, all this way, just to repair them. That's a long old bloody way.
It's not our
75
fault. We're
gold.
based where we are. You want the
Can you
repair?
not
You
have
can.
can you not build connections with other cities and stores? Offer this service all around the towns.
I mean, if you're willing to go there and set up the infrastructure, get the contacts for
Mm.
us.
I'm just saying there could be a lot of money involved if you were to go global with this. Instead of
Wait.
just stick here in Thrim's Tower.
I
Just
really
have a
like
whole host of stores.
That
People
does
could
sound-
pay you. People could pay you to use the stores.
That's true.
Business enterprise right here.
If you're willing to put your name, if we're allowed to use your name in the marketing,
This is Thoradin. This is my favorite place on the Citadel. Yeah.
This
Sake, just either buy the trousers or don't buy the trousers. Can we stop mucking around?
you can put the name on if you give me them for free.
but you have to advertise our wares as our wares.
What do you mean?
Like you have to go and
Market
actually,
it.
yeah. Like,
Uh,
we made Thoradin's everlasting trousers.
Seems
Or
like
didn't you
it's
just buy some
Sure,
trousers like a
sure.
normal person?
Thoradin,
Sure.
you seem to be doing all the work in this deal.
But if I ever come back, I get whatever I want for free.
You coming back?
I'm your. I don't know what the word would be.
Spokesperson.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Your sponsored athlete.
Deal.
Seems like a lot of effort for a pair of trousers, man.
Mm.
If you're willing to sign the contract, then they'll get the people from the bank to try and to oversee the official writing of the contract. That,
Okay.
They will be allowed to use Thoradin's name, your name, Thoradin, as marketing for their wares. You are spokesperson for their wares. So
What does he
you're
get out of this?
you're obligated to like go to the cities and advertise that how good they are.
I'd have taken a kind of commission, percentage of
you
sales.
get-
And what does he get?
You get your current trousers for free, and whenever you come back to Thrym's Tower, or if any other stores are set up in other cities, you get any other item of clothing for free.
I just put in a bit of commission there. So on every sale, I get say a certain percentage. Or like every month, I get a couple gold of your sales, something like that. You're using my name. I'm marketing your products.
Royalties, man.
It's two-way street here, pal. Or woman.
1% of sales capped at 500 gold a month.
How many sales? How much? On one
Oh,
cop.
I don't know
That's
how
what.
she gets all this
That's
money.
that's what one
Just buy a
silver.
pair of
One
trousers.
silver for every gold.
No
This is funny.
Yeah, that's
This is
10%,
true haggling.
not 1 silver for every gold is 10%,
No, 'cause
not 1%.
Oh yeah, because it's 10. Sorry, yeah, it's one copper. So it's one copper. So it's one copper for every gold. Then
Capped at 500 gold a month. I mean, you can negotiate further if you That's his initial
I
offer.
just love the lengths that Thoradin is willing to go to get
a free pair of
discount.
trousers.
I mean, the trousers
Well,
are
this
paying
is-
him.
To be fair, if you're starting to talk about commission, this is exactly what Thoradin wants.
I was
Steady
about
income.
to say at this point he's
yeah.
getting
Passive
an
income.
employment
It's kind of like an
contract.
investment, yeah.
Dan, get them to airdrop you future merchandise.
Yeah,
You
we're
get
just
early
strolling
access to
along in
new
the desert
trousers.
or
I
whatever.
was gonna
They're
say
like,
that, yeah. If you launch a new range of wares, just drop me a couple.
Couple freebies.
Yeah. If I'm over in town, just hit me up.
No, get them to fly it out to you. There must be like a postal service in this, right? Like,
There is
like a bird
post,
or
yeah.
something.
Is there?
Fine.
But then you have
If
to
they
RP
can do that.
you have to RP the advertisements, Dan, wherever we go.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm not doing that. I was just gonna forget about it.
If it was me, I
I'm
would
like-
make you do it. Obviously, lose your sponsorship.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah, but if you want free gold coming in, you gotta. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
I'll just not RP it.
Ugh. Thoradin's just trying to get some free trousers. And a bit of gold on the side.
500 gold a month isn't bad, you know, considering it can take us like a few weeks to travel somewhere.
I mean, up
It's
to
1% though.
500
They,
gold.
Up to
They-
yeah.
Oh,
so it's
yeah,
up to
yeah.
500 gold. It's 1%. They might not like.
Well, you better
They
do a
hard-
good
they
job
might got
advertising
get
them
themselves.
so that they make
Yeah.
money.
I mean, you can negotiate higher.
10% capped at 250 gold.
Ooh, interesting. You don't think they're going to do well, but he basically thinks they're not
I
going to
don't
do
think
well.
I don't think they're gonna do that well.
Oh.
I don't think I'll ever get 500 gold in a month. So up the percentage.
Because well, 500 gold is
gold,
what?
because you
50
basically- you-
50,000 cells? 50,000 gold cells?
You basically told him you don't believe in him.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's only capped at 250. That's half.
Yeah, yeah.
I've gone 1%, 10%,
It's a better deal for
and
them, I guess.
500.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Come on, it's
Well, assuming that they break the barrier, otherwise, yeah, it's a worse deal.
I haven't got much hope in them.
Ask for a 10% stake as well.
Yes.
no, you have to give 10% stake. You have to invest.
But they asked me to invest now.
No. I'm saying if
Oh,
that, if
okay,
you
yeah.
want, if you want a 10% stake. Yeah.
I'm quite into these negotiations, actually. I've been watching a lot of Dragon's Den recently. So it's quite fun.
Oh, Dragon's Den's great, man. So good.
Yeah, it's like addicting.
Yeah.
Okay, Dungeons and Dragons then. So if you buy a sending stone, we will communicate with you to organize packages to where you're going to travel to of extra clothing, depending on what you need. And in extreme circumstances, we could even try and meet you somewhere for repairs if necessary. But 5% capped at 200.
Those services. Okay. We'll call it a deal. Let's shake on it. Well, I'll sign the contract.
Yeah. So you informally shake on it, and then you agree the details of the contract. So you are now spokesperson for these people.
What's the shop called?
Even know what the shop, yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even know. What do they even sell?
Big wares for the small man, you know. You never...
Um,
No, that's fine.
Sure.
We can make that up as we go.
Schwartz Direct.
Swords direct.
Schwartz Direct. It's shit. Yeah, you're dealing with Shellshwood.
Nice one.
So I'll dim you the contract, or at least the finer points. Then we can just have that pinned.
Nice.
So I'm expecting you to drop a line every now and again. I won't ask. It won't be every time, but every now and again, just for.
He'll drop the name. Yeah, he'll drop the name as soon as he goes back. He'll tell everyone this amazing shop he's been to. All these amazing wares.
I just. You never fail to surprise me, Thoradin. And you literally turned your hands into metal earlier, like crazy.
And with a few words, I've made some gold.
I mean, I assume they're going to pay it straight into your account, I guess. And you'd have to keep
Yeah.
checking it because
Yeah, that's what's set up.
Yeah, so by having the bank oversee it and overseers of the contract, they'll ensure the details are met.
It's all safe. I'm a businessman now.
I mean, is he
Branching out to other things.
I mean, I assume you checked that he was legit and not involved in any shady business or, anything like that. It got damaging your reputation and things like this.
I mean, Look at me. Who's gonna try and mess with me right now? Just a lonely old shopkeeper. Not gonna try and mess with me. Don't worry.
Yes.
I would say Talari, let him get screwed over his own way, but he tends to make it everybody's problem. We've still got to do something about these bloody gloves.
Oh, except we have a solution. The Thoradin doesn't seem
What
to want to get
gloves?
rid of
What
him.
gloves? What gloves?
I reckon you should do that legend lore thing on them. Don't you want to know where they come from?
I don't think I
I'm
want to know.
perfectly fine.
I don't think I want to spend 250 gold to find out where they come from.
I kind of want to know where they come from because I'm going to have to sleep next to that tonight.
What are you implying?
We sharing a room? Wait, what's going on in Nadia? I thought we were in separate rooms.
Is Terry here? Does Terry know about this?
She knows nothing about what's going on. Apart from the hands. She knows about the hands, but you're asleep.
Your boy's being swiped. That's what's happening.
100%. Ew, no. Well, tomorrow night then, whenever we're back on the road again.
I'm pretty sure Thoradin shares his own tent.
Well, under the tiny hut, it's a bit more cramped.
I was about to say, we're in the tiny hut.
Oh
also,
yeah, so we're all
oh
like,
wow, a tent,
yeah.
such a barrier. Nadia doesn't
Ah.
even have super strength, and she could fucking kill you through a tent if she wanted to.
Oh god, that's savage. You choke me to death with a tent.
No, I'd just swing the axe through the fabric, you idiot.
Catch it
I mean-
away. Catch you with my hand, my left hand. Damn.
Actually, yeah, that doesn't, I'm
Well,
assuming it doesn't
that
improve
wo-
your
that'll
AC
work.
in any way. You know, you can just grab.
Hmm.
You know, you block with the fists. But yeah,
I'm just pointing out, if the curse means that you suddenly want to murder us all in the night, we're going to have some serious problems.
You don't know what the curse does,
Mm.
Dan? You just know it's cursed.
Yeah,
Or you just not
it's,
saying?
Nadia
it's
doesn't
not
know
that
what
bad.
the curse does.
No, I mean,
It-
does Thoradin know what the curse does?
It's not that bad.
Oh, he does know. Okay, there you go.
But
Yeah.
do you trust a cursed person to tell you that the curse isn't that bad?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
I feel fine.
I mean,
The
yeah,
punch fine.
yeah.
Anyway, Krusk isn't here, so continue. I was just curious.
Exactly.
Well, as long, like I said, I mean, at least from tomorrow,
I'm
I
just
can.
saying I don't fucking trust it.
Oh, of course. I mean, like I said, you know,
Sleep on it.
Thoradin has to sleep at some point. I can always cast Remove Curse on him while he's sleeping, if it becomes a problem.
Good
Oh,
idea.
you got to ask for consent. For
No,
these sorts of things, Talari.
I really
Oh,
don't.
come
Thoradin.
on, Talari, you got to ask for consent.
My role in this JC is everyone's well-being, even if it's from within Thoradin.
Damn.
If you're threatening the rest of us, I have no problem with that.
Drop me just like that. Damn.
I mean, we're just gonna take your hands off, you know.
They're not even your
You
real
don't
hands,
know what the
man.
procedure could be like.
Yeah,
When you cast that spell, you don't know what
as long as they come off, that's all that matters.
who could pick them up next, though.
As long as they're not one of us, then I don't really care.
Do they do anything other than like? Do they do anything in particular?
He's just gonna slam his fist on the ground.
They let you punch the floor.
They're lead hands. Good for punching. Not sure what else.
You can just use them as a weapon then.
Yeah, I can still do normal things though.
Fair enough, I guess.
No negatives, just positives.
That I don't believe. They turned up this morning just randomly. And you, because of course you did, stuck your hands right in them.
It was meant to be. It was fate. I was the only one worthy of them.
If you say so, Thoradin. If you say so,
Sure.
we'll have to. Again, we'll see. You know, proof will be in the pudding. I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
I heard someone say it. I assume that's applicable. Yeah.
Fine, I guess.
Well,
Now what we're doing?
we've kind of got all of our info. Thoradin's got his new clothing. I don't know what Turi's up to. We probably should check up on Turi and Krusk to make sure that they don't, need any help, I guess.
Make sure Krusk isn't actually dead. I figure if Krusk was dead, Turi would have come back, running back, shouting about it. So
Also, if Krusk is under attack, Turi might need some assistance, or if Turi managed to fend them all off, probably in need of healing.
all right, let's go and find out if Krusk is dead then. Again.
Yes.
So, as the rest of you head back to the inn to see how Krusk and Turygurtha are doing. So for Turygurtha, it's been fairly mundane. Depending on the extent of your boredom, you can play a sooty. For a bit, if you wish to. You don't have to, obviously.
Definitely not.
But Sooty generally comes around looking for pets every now and again, and apart from trying to get you set on you, it goes back to sleep. Every now and again, Krusk just stirs and eats some more food. And once the plate's empty, you just hear every now and again you see him pat for the plate, and then you just hear just a disappointed groan, oh, from him. But yeah, so until you get a knock on the door from the rest of your party members, it's been pretty
Are you
boring.
dead?
No, it's okay. He's alive. I got it. Totally saved him from any possible death.
Is
So
he?
I really had to get a bit arsy with the front desk person. So maybe I should stay up here for a little longer.
I mean, do you want me to check him over to make sure he's actually okay?
I mean, I checked his pulse and I've been checking his pulse. So she just starts like opening the door. I checked his pulse and I've been checking his pulse every like hour or so. It's slow, but you know, he's breathing and eating.
Talari gives you a look, going like I'm the nurse. What the hell? What would you know about taking a pulse?
You realize I killed people, right? Like that was my job. You have to know people are dead to make sure you did the job.
Yes, but that's a very binary check. Pulse, no pulse.
Yep.
Whereas,
Well, you check him then.
all right, just so yeah, she'll go over to
I'm
to
setting
check
everyone
him over.
today.
She'll go and check Krusk.
I'm also curious if I'm dead or not.
You'd hope you knew.
That's not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
I'm also curious if I'm dead or not.
No, Krusk is pretty much okay, as far as you can tell.
And the
You can
lower,
try and wake
the
him
lower,
up if you want
the
to.
lower than normal pulse isn't anything to necessarily worry about.
You think it's about his normal resting rate, at least from what you're aware for Half-Orcs.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
See?
I probably
I
won't.
got it.
No, just kind of makes sense. If someone who's more knowledgeable, in that field does it.
No, I agree.
No, I'm not gonna.
Professionally speaking, you were right to check him.
Oh, good. But yeah, no, he's fine. It's he just needs to rest it off, basically. So we just leave him here until he wakes up. I mean, we'll just wake him up in the morning regardless, because knowing Krusk, he'll stay asleep for a week if he's given the option. And we'll just subsequently fill in Turi on past events. What the knowledge we gained. Thoradin's metal hands, because obviously now he's come in wearing gloves and new pair, and and obviously with
He
the new
knows
pair.
about the hands.
Oh yeah, you do know that. Sorry.
Krust's too asleep to figure that out.
Yeah. And obviously the trade deal that Thoradin seems to have entered into, and its endorsement.
Oh, okay.
Of
So
course.
what? Are we sponsored now? Is this what we're saying?
Well,
Do
no,
we-
not
Thoradin
yeah, yeah,
is
not the Justice Collective.
No, you
Specifically
guys feel
Thoradin.
you guys feel
No,
free to buy from them whenever you want.
I mean, if you're going to give us a cut of your
Reasonable.
cut,
No,
then
no,
yeah,
reasonable price. Reasonable price. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Good eyes, good quality. Look at these
and
trousers.
and
Bang.
you feel like the sparkly gloves get attention away from the hands. Oh, that's a
They just make me
was
look sick. I mean, they fit the deal.
do
Good quality
they?
gloves.
Yes, you look great.
Not the
Something
most
wrong with it.
stealthy of options either, really. I mean, something that just
Not black
sparkles.
stealthy.
But it
No, it's only
Arguably
in its
isn't.
own light.
it twinkles though. Like you basically, I mean, I don't think, yeah, it, it twinkles like stars. Like it's a bit odd.
Oh, I like to throw off my enemies a bit. You know, they see
Mhm.
this butch, muscly dude with sparkly
Twinkly
gloves.
hands.
Might freak him out on the head and think, "Oh, this guy's nuts." Be scared. Oh, I don't want to fight
And
him.
they would be correct too.
And they get a lead
Yes.
fist straight to the jaw. Bang. Job done.
Until they go, oh, I know that Thoradin. He I heard him on an advert the other day.
Yeah. It's the curse of being the world's strongest man. it's just the curse of it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going down to get a drink of coffee. Of
Man.
coffee. Coffee.
Have you put yourself off alcohol?
Never again.
You were pretty drunk.
Never.
You don't
Again.
have to get that wasted. That is an
Never
option.
again.
You can drink without getting completely plastered.
Never again.
Oh dear.
Probably for the best, really. If you can't handle in moderation, just don't.
Yep. It's just not worth it. Not worth the embarrassment. Nope.
It wasn't embarrassing.
She walked out.
It was quite cute.
Nope.
She-
just
she's
Just walking away. Just
She's
nope,
walking
nope, nope.
away.
Damn.
Eh,
That's it.
to be fair, I've done worse.
I'd just tried to, pace.
You were just observing the chaos that was
Ye-
ensuing.
Yeah, I find the way to not make a fool out of yourself is just not to say anything, or do anything. You just
You just sat there drinking like however many glasses of wine it was.
pretty much, yeah, safer that way. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. But can you imagine me just sitting there drinking glasses of wine?
No,
It
no,
just wouldn't work.
Well, that's the good thing about alcohol, isn't it? It comes in a lot of varieties and levels of
It's
quality.
not the wine that's the problem, although I can't say it's my favourite. It's the just sitting there that's the problem.
Ah,
Can you
ah.
imagine me drinking anywhere?
No, I suppose not. No, but I don't know. I find it easier to
Could be worse.
then to figure out what I need to do. Where it's just easier. But yes. Is it
Could be worse. Last time I got plastered, I ended up on a stable roof.
Okay? Like they're pretty high.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
How did you? Okay, fair enough. I guess. Is it dinner time? Is it dinner time yet? I think. I think it might be time to eat.
Do it, Terry. Just walk out. It's worth it.
Terry-
Just walk out.
Talari's decided she doesn't want to deal with any more of this shit, and she's going downstairs.
She does start edging her way to the door every time she food. Yeah. I think it's time. Yeah, out, gone.
Krusk wake at the sound of food.
Probably just gets another
The
grab
sound
of something.
Nadia giggling madly.
Well, it's up to Krusk. Do you want to wake up at the sound of food?
I think you'll just kind of like mumble and yeah, like kind of like blindly reach out for it. Maybe draw a little bit and then go back to bed.
Man.
Nadia's gonna go and prod him like, do you reckon we should wake him up and make him have dinner?
Thoradin's the only other person in that room.
was about to say.
He's not paying attention. Apparently, he's too busy admiring his new
Mm.
gloves.
Just hypnotic.
I think he's fine. Mate, that tower's taking the best out of him. He just needs to
Apparently
rest.
so. I'm actually quite impressed with you for managing it.
Oh, look at me. Of course I managed it.
You went on something less of a
You
sure
take
thing,
anything on now. It was a hard grind. No, there were times I thought I'd falter, but the passion
Pretty
inside of
impressive.
me to keep going. Krusk gave up. It's unfortunate, but I had to move on.
Fairly wisely, given the state of him.
No, Krusk gave up.
Gave up is a strong word. I mean, I would have literally died if I kept going.
He's doing. That's giving up, man.
Sometimes.
That's giving up.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to push through that.
It
I
was
wanted
it.
to stay, but they
No
wouldn't let
pain,
me.
no gain, man. No pain, no
Yeah,
gain.
no pain, no gain. You have to push your body to the max and keep going past
I
that.
pushed my body 4 levels past the max.
There was that chance, that slim chance. You never know.
Yeah, not without Lucky. Without Hass's safety
Yeah.
net of Lucky, there's no way. There's no...
I'm never not running Lucky again. It's not worth it. It's too good.
I'm banning Lucky from future games. Just saying that.
You're nerfing my playstyle directly, Arthur.
Yeah.
Yes. You used
good reason.
it for absolute bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
It's just so jammy. I love Lucky.
We're gonna have to stay here until he wakes up, making sure nobody comes and knifes him in his sleep.
Yes.
He's on guard.
We're just dragging him downstairs.
Yeah.
Sleep. Fine.
Well,
You can
Thoradin can, yeah. No problem.
Yeah.
Nadia
I'll
could
do it
probably
with one
carry him.
hand. Yeah.
Are you just gonna pick him up and bring him downstairs?
Yeah, it'd be fine.
One shoulder. That's
Just
it.
leave him in his bed.
Well,
I wasn't complaining. I'll stay up here with him.
Thing is, if you were trying to carry him,
if you're sure.
like if you're carrying him over your shoulder, because he's so much bigger, he probably still drags along the floor.
Exactly.
Like,
Bonk his head along the floor. You'll give him a freaking head
You know, just like
concussion.
carry him on both my arms.
Bridal
out.
style.
right,
He's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
twice your size.
Even the dangling legs and arms probably would.
I'm 10 times his strength, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
you'd
sure
look
if I'm
like an ant with a
comfortable
leaf.
with this, to be
You
honest.
could try and wake him up if you wanted to.
You look like an ant with a leaf. I
If-
think she might. She'd be like, Crust.
If you try and be gentle, he'll stay asleep. If you can like shake him,
He's
around,
got iron hands
Crust.
and
Thoradin's not
30
gentle
strength.
yet. He's not
Lead hands.
gentle.
Lead
Lead
hands.
hand
Sorry,
Thoradin.
lead hands with 30 strength. I don't think gentle is. I don't think it's
He's gonna be
impossible
gentle.
anymore.
What's in your
Nadia
heart,
were
Thoradin?
like-
Are you trying to be gentle? You're just gonna shake him about.
There's a bit of him that wants to be gentle, but he just can't. The way he's built now, he's just built different. He can't be gentle.
Wake him up. It's probably easier. Crusk. She's gonna like shake him.
Oh. Steak. Oh, I mean, hey guys. Thoradin, why are you holding me?
Oh, yeah. About that. We were just gonna so we're all together. The
No,
group's
I
together.
don't mind. You can. I was just curious. I mean,
Carry him the
Fine.
rest of the way down. Carry him the rest
Yeah.
of
I
the way
might as well
down.
carry it all the way around. Yeah. Let's
I'll wrap my arms like around his neck.
go. Nice.
Mounts I didn't know I needed.
Well,
Am I recovered, by the way, from my exhaustion?
I mean, you can only recover. You only benefit from one long rest every 24 hours. So
Oh, okay. I'm
You
still
can-
pretty tired, Thoradin, so I'm just gonna stay in your arms if that's fine. And then-
That's fine.
Carry him
You'll see
down.
You're safe in my arms.
I think so. Hey, your hands look your hands are different.
Yeah.
Not the normal soft
He
hand.
picked
I know.
He's picked up a curse and a pair of
Yeah.
glittery gloves.
It's not a curse. I've got
It is a
lead
curse.
hands.
You
Lead
said
hands.
it felt
Wait, are you cursed, Thoradin? Did a god
No.
give you these? A storm
No,
god?
I got them from my own strength.
they appeared in the marketplace. Like, if you're strong enough, you can keep them forever. So of course, Jackass here has got to go and stick his hands in them, and now they're stuck on him.
They just appeared.
Apparently, nobody
by
knows where
magic.
they come from. Nobody in the market knew where they'd come from. Is that or is that not dead suspicious?
It was
Really?
fated.
Do they shoot lightning or anything like that? Any lightning themes from these guys?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Well,
You never know.
who am I to judge?
I think you've got a fair right to judge. Actually,
Not
Keeps
when
it
I'm in
bloody-
his arms, I can't judge. We'll discuss this tomorrow.
These hands will never strike you, Crust.
I'm just gonna squeeze a little tighter.
Oh my
Oh, ain't it sweet?
The most adorable relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect that turn of events, but it's fine.
like Talari's eating. She must stop half like just yeah.
Great image.
It's
Nadia's
just
behind them, trying desperately to keep a straight face and failing miserably.
yeah. It's been a day for Talari. Man. Just one thing after another. Just not expecting like. Oh my
It's been
god.
Thoradin's like best day, best 2 days.
Pretty good day for me as well now, actually.
As you enter the bar area carrying Krusk, you're like a round of applause and just like, hey, congratulations, well done. Way, well done. I like some of the patrons are very drunk, some patrons are very entertained. It's lots of applause, some of geeing, some genuine fun. Playing up the entertainment of your
I'll use a mix of like dancing lights and thaumaturgy just to give it like a bit of spice, just like flickering lights and stuff like that.
Free smokes on her coffee and also adds dancing lights to the whole thing. Just because she can.
Talari's just keeping her head down. Like I don't know these people.
Hey, Talari!
Oh my god.
There she is.
Sadly, you actually do know these people.
There you are.
Yeah. Great. Hi. Hi.
Thoradin, over there. Let's just go over there.
Let's go.
Is there a reason? Has his leg stopped working, or is there a reason?
Obviously, this relationship is a lot more involved than any of us previously realized.
But I just woke up
It-
and I was in Thoradin's arms.
I mean, if
It was
that,
Nadia's idea.
I mean, if that's what this is, that's fair. That's fair enough. I just
You
didn't.
know,
I didn't.
you two, I guess.
No, we're just friends.
I mean, it
Yeah,
makes
just
sense. I
helping her
mean,
buddy
all those competitions suddenly really make sense. You know, all that time they spent together. You know, trying to help get Krusk into shape and all this that. You know, I'm starting to connect. These dots are starting to. You know, they're starting to connect.
You know, I'm amazed I never saw it before.
Yeah.
Wait. We're just friends.
Whoa, yeah.
We're just good friends.
I mean,
Man can't get a ride without being.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of things. You know, I've never seen people do that if they, you know, weren't involved. Like, that's what I
Right,
think.
I'll be
Friends.
honest, not,
You
That's what I
haven't
think.
not
seen
many
very
people
much
could.
then, Talari.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, carrying
I want to
people.
reach out to Talari. That was before the JC Talari.
Oh,
To be fair,
goodness.
I distinctly remember being carried by Nadia last night, so it's fine. But I was pretty drunk,
The
I'm pretty
technical
tired.
term is legless
legless. I was pretty legless.
Well, that would explain why you were
because you
carried.
can't stand up.
Yeah.
Cross
No, I
almost
don't think I
died.
could.
Huh?
Close to him. We should be nicer to Krusk. He did almost die.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should be nice to
True.
Krusk. He did almost
should go.
die.
But did almost die.
Fancy going to see if there's a training grounds in this place, and B, if there's any good fights to be had
Yes.
as an
Test out those
antidote to
fists.
our antics last night. This last part being aimed mostly at Cherry.
Yeah, no, I think I need something a bit more toning than more alcohol. So I think that's a good idea.
You should probably sit
Uh,
out of this one, Krusk. You're definitely
Thoradin
not.
can carry him along for extra
If
training,
Thoradin takes
then
it,
he-
I'll come to watch, but I won't take part.
and then he can watch
Okay.
us.
I actually do kind of need Thoradin to come because he's got my money and I made a bet with Nadia that lost most of rest of mine.
Ooh, I could be the bookies.
Fury, you making bets without me. So
Oh no, I mean,
was
Technically
on you.
incorrect.
it was on me.
about you.
Okay.
It was about you. And she lost.
It was
I
to do
lost.
with a fist, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
It was that they wouldn't come off when you put them on. You put them on, I was like, those are going to come off. And Tiri goes, no, I'll give you 5 gold if they don't.
Who knows if they come off?
Well,
Actually,
you tried. We tried twice and they wouldn't come off.
actually,
has
Crust.
Thoradin tried pulling them? Yeah, go on.
I could actually sort out your the rest of your exhaustive issues if you
Oh,
wanted to sort of
yeah, that'd
get
be
that over
amazing.
with now.
I don't like being tired. Yeah, that'd be.
Uh,
What does it involve? Do you want me to
Uh,
stand? Or...
yeah, just don't move.
Okay, Thoradin, don't move, please.
Right, I will
Wait.
cast. Oh, yeah, I will cast Greater Restoration twice.
Ooh.
You
Wow.
could. So you imbue a creature you touch with positive energy to undo a oh my god, debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1, and there's other stuff, but that's the most important bit. So with 2,
Awesome.
I use both my level 5 slots, but I don't think gonna need them anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I'll use both of those,
Love
and that gets rid of that. So you are no
You
longer
willing to
exhausted.
spend the material component?
What is the material component?
And at least a diamond does worth at least 100 gold.
I didn't see that bit. Probably
Online.
You ask Cross for it.
Oh, that's
It
fine.
can be one of Krusk's diamonds.
Yeah, Krusk. Well, okay. Krusk, if you're willing to use one of those diamonds I gave you, or at least some, I can get rid of it. Right, I can get rid of it both now.
Yeah, I don't like being tired. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. So now then I'll do it. So it's 100 golds worth of diamond dust. So basically
First spell.
per spell. So you basically however your allotted amount of diamond is, it reduces by 200. So I imagine like if
You're
you
left
had
with
like a
100
whole
gold
like
plus
some
diamond dust,
of
right?
that diamond's just disappeared, like it's disintegrated, and you've got like half a diamond left, kind of thing,
Pretty much.
or whatever it
Pretty
is. But yes,
Or
Shaved.
you
Shaved
could
off.
get Thoradin to punch it into dust. With his lead fists.
Maybe not here.
I mean,
I didn't say here.
diamonds.
I don't want to get it on my gloves, you know.
I mean,
Is that like frowned upon? Like doing that as well?
diamond's stronger than lead. That wouldn't work.
You don't know my
But
capabilities.
is it stronger than Thoradin?
I mean, I I don't know, to be honest. I don't know, but
Would be a good strength test.
I
You know?
I mean we've done it. Like,
Ah.
it's fine.
Yeah, but you got more. You've got more in your
I mean,
bag,
the
so-
spell does it. Like the spell
Destroy
literally
all the
did it.
diamonds.
Like, there's no reason. Like, you crushing it would have made no difference.
Next time. Next
Oh,
time. maybe.
well. But yeah, so Krusk now no longer has any exhaustion.
So I checked, and in real life, you can actually grind them to dust if you hit them over and over again with a hammer. So
Yeah.
Thoradin would probably be able to.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, just smack them enough times.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Ooh, now we can all go to the training ground.
I'll like climb down out of Thoradin's arms and just like flex, like just move around, check all my. I'm fine. I'd be like, oh, thank you, Talari. I feel great.
It's all right. It's what I'm here for.
Fun. So, you all get march happily into the training ground. So, this training ground that you're going to is just a little bit different to the ones you've been to before. A lot of the training ground here is lots of sections of smaller slabs are for people to like train to like climb the tower. So there's a lot of people here with just different like weights, like Atlas stones kind of aspect of things, of trying to increase their strength so they can try and achieve the endurance necessary to climb the tower. along with lots of people trying to lift and use massively heavy weapons, something that a giant should use instead of any mortal, like any medium humanoid. So lots of very heavy weapons, lots of like great feats of strength doing by the people acting there, along with lots of people who are just like training as per normal. There's a lot more clerics on hand, but these are people who just there for the mortally wounded. If you're hurt and you lose a limb, that's on you because you know the risks.
I like this training ground.
This is my place.
Yeah, so it's a fair bit more dangerous than than another some of the other training grounds you can go into. The clerics will make sure you don't die, but apart from that, you're on your own.
Thank God we have our own cleric. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. Thank Bahamut we have our own cleric.
Why I follow you to these.
I think Bahamut's got much to do with it.
No, still.
I mean, they're pretty much in
That's what
every.
I think now.
They're in every settlement we go to. I mean, I think it'd be a bit weird if we went to a place that didn't have one.
Talk about you.
Oh, I mean, I'm always here.
Yes, that's what.
That's what she meant.
Ah,
I thought you were talking about the training ground.
storms into the training ground. What is it? I can't fucking talk today.
It's been a day. It's been a.
Be the whole day.
It's just been a. You know.
So, yeah, what would you like to do at the training ground?
Like to pick the heaviest, strongest,
No.
beefiest looking person.
No, I was gonna do that.
I don't want to
They're not
spar with them.
Just like prison. Pick the strongest man. Make him your bitch. You own the place.
So, um, so you're looking for some of the biggest, strongest people available to spar with. Sparring's going to be difficult, because there's not really sparring. It's more just fights to the death or as near death as the clerics allow. If that's if that's okay for you.
I take it back. I would like to fight Nadia somewhere comfortable.
Yeah,
Where
these
just looks
people are
and it's
lot
just
all,
like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. Never mind.
yeah, these people are a lot more all or nothing than some of the places you've been to.
I'm happy to be all or nothing, but not today.
No, that's okay. I mean, Thoradin can go against, you know.
Not sure if I want to get blood on these gloves.
Take them off for the fight then.
That's part of the surprise tactic, isn't it? You just punch somebody and you've just got these massively lead fists.
Yeah. I don't. I kind of want to take the risk, but I don't think I should.
No pain, no
Krusk.
gain. We went through this. Don't be a quitter.
Talari, prepare the diamond.
I mean, it's
Let's go for the
it's your
strongest man.
your diamond, Thoradin. I'm not going to use mine. That's not in the training ground, and it's
True, we've
your
all got
decision.
allotted diamonds, so it's fine.
Probably not something you want to say too loudly, Tory, but okay. Yes,
Well, prepare the heels.
that's fine. Although I did use my two strongest. As long as I get there quick enough, we'll be fine.
Just stand by my side. It's fine. The other
Alright.
two will be alright.
All right. As long as I can run to you within a minute, then you're fine.
Yeah, there should be enough time.
Okay. So Thoradin is looking to fight the biggest, baddest person in the training ground.
Let's do it.
Zuri, you want to fight Nadia. Nadia, do you want to fight Spar? Or no, Spar. You happy to fight Spar with Turi?
Yeah, I'm happy to fight Terry.
Cool. Krusk, do you want to fight anybody? Are you just happy to watch with on the sidelines with Talari, or do you want to get involved?
So you said everybody's fighting to close to death, right?
If you're outside of your party, yes.
Okay. I'll wait for a training partner to free up. But yeah, I'll spar like someone in the party.
Okay. Cool. So next time on the Ascendant Lands, will Thoradin survive the fight with this biggest, baddest person here? How will Turygurtha and Nadia fight together? Can Krusk recover from his exhaustion to fight someone? Who knows? Will Talari actually want to save Thoradin? Who knows? Next time
Oh.
on the Ascendant Lands. Let's find out.